And now the news. Scores of People's National Party PNP supporters have turned out for the party's 85th National Conference at the National Arena in Kingston. The annual event got underway today at 10 a.m. and is set to end at 4 p.m. Party supporters from across the country have gathered to hear from opposition leader Mark Golden and other representatives who will deliver speeches addressing the state of the nation. They will also speak to the plans they have for Jamaica as the elections approach. A supporter said Jamaica needs leaders that will help it out of its current state. Jamaica has been listed among several countries determined to be a major drug transit or major illicit drug producing countries by United States President Joe Biden. The U.S. president noted that a country's presence on the list is not necessarily a reflection of its government's counter-drug efforts or level of cooperation with the U.S. The reason countries are placed on the list is the combination of geographic, commercial, and economic factors that allow drugs to be transited or produced, even if a government has engaged in narcotics control and law enforcement measures. Biden said although the rate of drug overdose deaths in the U.S. is flattening after years of sharp increases, nearly 110,000 lives were lost to drug overdoses last year. He stated that this remains unacceptably high and the U.S. government is deploying unprecedented resources and building new partnerships to confront this public health and security crisis. The U.S. president added that the vast majority of drugs causing damage in the U.S. originate from beyond the country's borders, and the most effective means of reducing the availability of these drugs is to expand and improve cooperation with international partners. A 22-year-old woman was shot and killed at her home in Linstead, St. Catherine last evening. She is Tamara Ferron of Banbury District, Linstead. Reports from the police are that at about 8:50 p.m., residents heard explosions and summoned them. Upon their arrival, Ferron was seen on the floor in her house with multiple gunshot wounds to the upper body. She was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. 24-year-old Dylando Bailey, a lifeguard of Catherine Mount in St. James, has been arrested and charged with murder following the death of his 30-year-old brother, O'Shane Bailey, at their home last Tuesday. Police reports are that at 12:45 p.m., both brothers were at home when an argument developed which escalated into a physical altercation. It is alleged that Dylando choked his brother until he became unresponsive. Bailey was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Dylando reported the incident to the police, which led to his arrest. He was later charged and is now awaiting his court date. Installation of a solar system at the National Irrigation Commission's newly expanded Operations Center and Rio Cobre District Office in Spanish Town, St. Catherine will help the company save about $7 million in energy costs. Agriculture Minister Floyd Green said the system is part of the NIC's efforts to be energy independent. Speaking at the official commissioning ceremony recently, Mr. Green said there are plans for future expansion. The minister said the newly expanded facility represents decades of progression, innovation, and commitment from the NIC. Mr. Green added that the building represents a historical milestone for the NIC in its efforts to improve irrigation across Jamaica.
So what we're doing here is part of a bigger mission to ensure that the National Irrigation Commission has the capability and the capacity to serve the farmers. So I'm very pleased to be here as we commission this Operations Center at our Rio Cobre office right here in our historic old capital of Spanish Town. For us, this represents a historical milestone for the NIC in its effort to expand and improve irrigation infrastructure. What we're seeing here truly represents decades of progress, innovation, and commitment from the National Irrigation Commission to build out their engineering and technical headquarters and to relocate their Rio Cobre district office.
He said for agriculture to progress, the best interests of workers in agricultural institutions must be prioritized.
The expansion now, this building is 871 square meters. The building now has 3 floors, an open roof recreational area. It is outfitted now with an elevator system to ensure that we can accommodate members of our disabled community. The building now houses our operation center and our Rio Cobre office, a total of 50 staff members that operate across 15 offices, 1 room and 2 kitchenettes. Now the reality is that we can't build out and transform agriculture unless we're treated with the interests of the people who are driving that transformation. We have to ensure that our staff members are comfortable. So when we do things like ensuring that we have kitchenettes, when we do things like ensuring that you don't have to climb up the stairs and you have an elevator, we have to see it as part of a bigger mission to ensure that our staff are motivated, comfortable to lead the transformation of agriculture.
Agriculture Minister Floyd Green.